Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Homeworld Cataclysm. Right.
Ready.
So let's
Going into docking pattern.
and build a few more ships. Because I can.
Beginning construction of ramming frigate.
Construction underway.
And linking technology is almost finished.
Warning, the proximity sensor net is under attack in Sector 110. If the net fails, the Taidan force can run their entire fleet through the hole. We must defend the net immediately.
And I will. Problem is, the net is being attacked by corvettes, I believe. Which is why these interceptors are not gonna do all that much. Plus, they're just simply outnumbered. Which is not neither the point.
Roger, Command.
Right.
Receiving.
As you notice now, we have a little yellow dot blinking to the side of the health bars, which means that these ships can now be upgraded.
Ramming frigate. Construction completed.
Right.
Processor here.
Processor has also been finished. And that's
Stand by
one.
Group 1.
Returning to hangar.
Now Group 1 will upgrade, just what I will need them to do before I can send them on their mission. In the meantime though, I've managed to unearth the manual for Homeworld Cataclysm from the dark depths of where it was stored, otherwise known as the IKEA storage solution, standing next to my desk. Why IKEA? Because I like puzzles. Usually jigsaw, but IKEA puzzles will do. Anyway, and it's always a hoot to read through this. Well, hoot, it's interesting because of all the effort that went into the descriptions for certain vessels.
Ramming frigate. Construction completed.
But first, let's focus on getting the
Stand by
net
Group
safe.
1.
Now, Group 1 has docked, mostly. It's almost ready.
Stand by Group 1. Stand by Group 1.
Right.
X. Formation set.
And on head
Underway.
out there. We'll just focus on the ships while they're moving. So I felt maybe it is a good idea to explain the philosophy behind certain craft. Starting of course with the mothership. The Explorer class deep space mining vessel. There's a bunch of extra information that is not really important right now. Anyway. The epic voyage of the mothership proved that in order to survive the threats posed by a hostile galaxy, you had to have a vessel that was prepared to handle anything. Once it became obvious that politics on Hiigara would favor the most powerful families, lesser kith like Somtar realized that the only hope to achieve some sort of political and social autonomy, and I had hoped to
Target
have a
locked
little
in.
bit more time.
Report of hostiles by Group 1.
And I can handle the fighters. But in order to take care of the corvettes, I'll need to do something else.
Target acquired. Curse you.
I do like the new chatter that the ships have now. It's much more personality. Ships in Homeworld tend to sound a little bit samey. Right.
Beginning link now.
Let's turn our acolytes into slightly more effective or combat powerful ACVs. Which is short for Acolyte Composite Vehicle.
X. Formation set.
Right, that's
Underway. 2 coordinates now.
let's see, where is it? Come on, focus on the right thing.
Stand by Group 1.
Moving to attack.
And I'll need to replace the Acolyte I lost.
Beginning construction.
Also, I believe I saw a carrier somewhere near where I was fighting those resource collectors, which will need to be destroyed. It's gonna be a little bit of a while before my vessels can actually interact with it. So
ready to go.
Setting aside Group 3.
You got it. Worker ready.
And then I'll have my reconnaissance craft move out.
Stand by Group 1.
Explore more terrain. Because exploration is slightly more important in this version of the game. Because as you can see, not the entire space is visible to us. Alright, come on. The one downside to turning your acolytes into ACVs is really that they take longer to get anywhere, despite having 2 engines rather than 1. This might have something to do with the fact that they're slightly less maneuverable, but that's not entirely true. Now the ACV is technically classed as a combat vessel. I find that a little bit
Target acquired.
stretch. They perform the function, but they're not quite as strong as that.
Report of hostiles by Group 1.
You have slightly more armor. I'm under links like this. Alright, Sentinel is saved. Back to dock.
Our forces have taken the upper hand. The Imperials are pulling back. One of their damaged cruisers is in this area.
Track it down and make sure it never threatens Hiigara again.
Stand by
Well, I
Group
guess
3.
I'll have to send my ramming frigates somewhere else to go after
Let's
this.
go.
Right. That's
Stand by Group 3.
Breaking off attacks. I'm sending my ships after it. No, not my ACVs, of course. That would not be very logical. In the
Be
meantime,
advised, fleet.
I'll
Command
send the
ship is
Kuun-Lan
relocated.
away. Right, let's focus on the story I was trying to tell. Because there's quite a few lulls in the fighting sometimes in these missions. Right, as I was saying. Already experienced in space mining techniques from their work in the Kyrak system, Somta engineers began to design a kind of space mining vessel they knew would be able to spend a year or more on the circuit, harvesting, refining and trading while supporting a crew of nearly 1,000 engineers, miners and flight crew. Let's make sure that we're keeping track of the particular vessel. Or we'll do this. A ship of this size and power exceeded even the construction capabilities of the Imperator-class carrier, and so Somta petitioned for access to the shipyard facilities of the orbiting mothership herself. Through many political trials, see history of Kith Somta, the new Diamid finally, that's the ruling body of the Kith, finally granted Somta access to the mothership for a mere 45 days. The Explorer-class design was finished within days when access to the mothership... days when Somta engineers gained control of the mothership's PDA, and the construction began immediately. All parties involved knew full well that this was probably the only time Somta would have access to the massive construction facility. Accordingly, no expense was spared. The first Explorer was dubbed the Faal-Corum and was launched on day 20 to rousing cheers of thousands of Somta watching from the monitor's planet side. Even before the Faal-Corum cleared the docks, engineers were modifying the design of the second binding ship to incorporate the lessons learned in the construction of the first. Kuun-Lan launched on day 35, with more powerful engines, an extra layer of armor, and 30% greater module capacity. It is these modules that are the core of the Explorer-class design philosophy. Knowing that this was the only chance they had to create a near-mothership class vessel, Somta engineers designed the Explorer to adapt to almost any situation through the use of modules that could be constructed by the explorer herself while still in deep space. The hard lessons of the Homeworld War were also not forgotten, and, though intended for exploration and mining, the explorer carries a full complement of heavy and medium turrets for self-protection, and is capable of constructing both the Seeker-class reconnaissance fighter and the Acolyte heavy fighter. Pirate corvettes expecting an easy prize have often realized the error too late as the explorer's heavy railguns come online. Worker-class resources will always retreat to the protection of the command ship's guns at the first sign of trouble. Both the Faal-Corum and the Kuun-Lan require a crew of 1,150 people, and during long missions they carry an additional 2,000 crew members in cold sleep to help man the ship in 3-month shifts. Currently the Faal-Corum is on deep space survey mission, while the Kuun-Lan is on the second leg of a 9-month mission to mine the star system surrounding Hiigara. Right.
We're moving out right now. Worker here.
Right, that's the...
Stand by Group 1.
Group 1.
Roger, Command. Roger, Command. Ready. Receiving.
Setting assigned Group 1. X. Formation set.
I do want to take care of all this.
Underway.
Receiving you loud and clear.
Don't want to let the heavy cruiser escape.
Roger, Command. Can you speak up?
Yeah? Understood. Harvesting.
I copy, Command.
And I'll just get my resourcing controls in place.
Right. Packing up, getting underway.
Ready to go, sir.
In the meantime, I'll just watch my ramming frigates. Now these ships are nuts. Who would think to build melee class ships for use in a game set in outer space? Now I know ramming is particularly effective because I've had access to the Space Engineers Early Access during a free weekend on Steam. And it's quite a hoot to see big ships slam into each other, but it's just never really practical. Never mind that. Alright, now I do not want to lose sight of it. Luckily, the ship isn't very fast, and there does appear to be some, what do you call it, effect to being damaged. Now, we could wait for a bit to make it, to see if it gets it up.
Ready.
Alright, let's take care of this defense here first. Because I don't want this ship to be anywhere near where I'm...
Report of hostiles by Group 1.
Target locked in. Target acquired.
Now you may notice that the carrier here was just shooting something slightly more dangerous looking than any
Moving
regular...
to attack.
Claw. Formation set. Report of hostiles by Group 1.
Target locked in.
Like the mass drivers that my ships are using.
Weapons charged.
That's because they have the next level of weapons technology that's the KIF Council
Ready
just
to
saw
go.
fit not to give us. Right, we have the enemy ship on site again.
You got it.
Prepare for ramming speed.
Stand by Group 1.
So while that's busy, just keep pounding this.
Report of hostiles by Group 1.
Now in all likelihood my ACVs will not be very effective against this, because they're not designed to be.
Report of hostiles by Group 3. Stand by Group 3.
Now to demonstrate why these ships are nuts. There's a couple of defenders here, I can't really do anything about this. Try getting my strike craft over here.
Report of
I really don't
hostiles
want
by
to do
Group
that.
1.
Go and slam.
Group 3.
They do sometimes do not behave like that. And there's always the chance they might get in range of some of the guns of the heavy cruiser. But if they get a good angle, they both can hit
Report
it.
of hostiles by Group 1.
Engage the afterburners and slam.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
And then you hear something like that. Right,
Stand by
let's
Group
focus
1.
on what Group 1 is doing. Right, the ship's burning. Right, none of my AC is.
Returning to hangar.
Right, this sector of space is cleared. Let's focus
Stand by
on
Group
the
3.
on the guys. Hopefully they don't hit the same target every time.
Hang on!
Right.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
Now they do two sorts of damage. Basically the slamming into the craft and also the cutting laser they have. The ramming frigates were also originally designed to tow asteroids back to the Kuun-Lan so that they could be mined more effectively. But doing this also seems to be very effective. In fact, I don't think I've ever used a ramming frigate to bring asteroids closer. I kinda like this
Report of hostiles by Group 3. Command ship has successfully relocated.
Though I do find there's sometimes a little bit of difficulty getting an effective use out of the ramming frigates, because they're usually just big targets. I mean, how often do you get to use these ships? And though it may not look it, if I use the ramming frigates against a ship of smaller class, like most other frigates, and I think the destroyers as well, they actually push those ships away, breaking the enemy formations, which is particularly useful. I wish they would coordinate their attacks a little bit better. Doesn't look like he's getting away. I think the Fire-Lance frigates finally destroyed their target.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
Now, this looks very fun, but practically you would never do this unless your enemy was heavily damaged, because otherwise the enemy heavy cruiser would just simply tear your ship to shreds.
Stay right there, I'll be right over!
Right, my
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
My ships are getting a little bit beat up. But as long as they're hitting two different sides, that's fine. The defenders can shoot at them all they want. They don't do very much damage to frigates anyway. Come on, hit it.
This is trouble. Sorry to chip your hull paint.
I do love the chatter.
Report of
It's so much
hostiles
more
by Group
colorful.
3.
Basically, every craft has a different actor, or a completely different voice, rather than not necessarily a different actor. Right. Now, come on, finish it off. Let's speed up time a bit. It's a puzzle game.
By the
Report of
blood,
hostiles
stay
by
down!
Group 3. Report of hostiles by Group 3.
This is trouble.
Ramming frigate is reporting damage.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
And there it
The
is.
Taidan cruiser has been
Receiving
eliminated.
you loud and clear.
Objective completed.
We're moving out right
There are
now.
no more available resources in explored area.
There's nothing left to research. So this is the end of the mission.
Report of hostiles by Group 3.
And I think I will call it here. I will see you all next time.